And it's crazy because in my mind I'm just like, damn, I want to. Yeah, what's good, y'all? Back at it again with another reaction. First of all, shout outs to Fumez. Plugged In was such a huge success in 2020, and I already know it's going to be even more successful in 2021. Every single thing that I heard from a Plugged In was nothing short of fire, and the fact that y'all been asking for this one for a minute since it dropped probably means that it's mad rude, really lyrical, probably has a good bit of punchlines in it. No, only way I'm gonna know is if I check it out. So listen, I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it. This is actually my first time listening to anything from BSIDE, I think. Yeah, so let's see what I go on.
B-side, some 785.
And y'all let me know where they're from. Like, I'm not familiar with them at all. Like, I don't know like what region they're from and all that. So let me know in the comment section.
Shit, you already know. Free the fucking gang. Free KK. Free Bucky B. Yeah?
That's on their hats. Yeah, I know, I noticed that, yeah.
Aye. Boy, better know that my ting in a jammer. I let it kick like caca and watch.
Boy, better know that my ting ain't a jammer. Straight out the gate? Boy, better know Alright, sit on. Sit on.
Free KK. Free Bucky B. Yeah? Fuck with a B or run.
That's just a coincidence. That's a good coincidence, you know?
Boy, better know that my ting in a jammer. I let it kick like caca and watch them scatter. Free up, bro, he's a bone and attacker. Make a push your screen, no porn. Push that in with force. A man pop porn, turn man corpse. Do it like Jason Bourne. The tree to conceal that easy. The dots meaty, the glizzy grip on the handle. I was on a block doing crime with the dots and a 9 where before I could whip it in manual. My gun does blow, have them man on rundle.
I like the way that the beat just completely dissipated and gave him all of that room, because I really appreciated his flow there. That was a really sick flow. It was simple, but it worked out. One more time, hear that? Boy better know.
Boy better know that my ting in a jammer. I let it kick like caca and watch them scatter. Free up, bro, he's a bone and attacker. Make a push your screen, no porn. Push that in with force. A man pop porn, turn man corpse. Do it like Jason Bourne. The tree to conceal that easy. The dots meaty, the glizzy grip on the handle. I was on a block doing crime with the dots and a 9 where before I could whip it in manual. My gun does blow, have them man on ropes. Got them man scared to come past this side. But when they do, the gang's gonna shoot. They have to be careful what cars they drive. I might lean out and boot like Bucky or back this ching and swing like Chucky. Man's gotta stay real low key. The cops are still to the buck. But way before I could whip it in manual. My gun does blow.
I hear the character references.
Them man scared to come past this side. But when they do, the gang's gonna shoot. They have to be careful what cars they drive. I might lean out and boot like Bucky or back this ching and swing like Chucky. Man's gotta stay real low key. The cops are still to the cuff me. Had to get man down at his bit, but I got man down on cool. Now where's all the big dogs at? Cop, hands in the corner of the puppy. If the gang ain't jugging, the man that's banging.
Where the big dogs at? I'm not trying to corner the puppy. I respect it.
Now where's all the big dogs at? Cop, hands in the corner of the puppy. If the gang ain't jugging, the man that's banging. You ain't never had a mop in your hand and bro in your ear just telling you slap it. In the club with a 12 with a 3-2 nigga, that's gang shit. I don't do no talking. I get straight to the beef like a fat kid. They ain't with it. No man, they're way too timid. I told bro, but
I like the way that he came in, because everybody else came in with what I would feel like would be like a traditional kind of drill flow. I like those like pause kind of delayed flows. I don't know how to describe it, but those things, especially with the fact that everybody else had a different kind of flow, he just completely disrupted that like flow between the flows. It worked out.
They ain't with it. No man, they're way too timid. I told bro, bun him. But when they missed that inches, my nigga tried to wig him. Nearly did him, ended up blowing his back in. Now he's in the wing, he's a hazard. Joe House settings got everything patterned. You purchased numerous waps and boot up flats, and I make hella prof from shotting. You ain't never licked up the last of the grub and still have to wait on the tops on bottom. Hold 6 from the 9, don't sing when it hit you. Let him see what the glitz do, or put the dots to his head like a hit. Rap if I hit a black youngster's tissue. I call bro, can I get some shoes? He said what size? I said size 9. Anytime that I creep on the muse through the mash to the bench and I fill him with bite. Now you wanna know how I'm doing, don't ask how I'm doing, cause I'm doing just fine. Hold this match, we can wine and dine. Do a little more, be bae for the night. I wanna bring out the ratchet. Niggas got a lot to say, but I ain't never seen them banging. Niggas just think it's rap here, come to the B and see loads of action. Niggas just think it's rap here, come to the B and see loads of action. Come to the B and see loads of action.
And it's crazy because in my mind I'm just like, damn, I want a little bit more from the beat, and then it gave me exactly what I wanted at that moment.
Be bae for the night. I wanna bring out the ratchet. Niggas got a lot to say.
I like the rotation.
I ain't never seen them banging. Niggas just think it's rap here, come to the B and see loads of action. Niggas just think it's rap here, come to the B and see loads of action. Come to the B and see loads of action. A friend of a op got murdered. I think damn, I'm forgetting it. Watching you roll with car, anyone with them is getting it. 2.5 for the 6-shot remedies, beefing.
What did they do to you though? Besides exist? I guess.
Loads of action. A friend of a op got murdered. I think damn, I'm forgetting it. Watching you roll with car, anyone with them is getting it. 2.5.
You know, I feel for Fumez because obviously at a certain point in time, you're obviously gonna have, you know, music with one group, and another point in time, you're gonna be recording with the group who doesn't like that group, right? So it's just like you become that friend of an op to a degree, don't you? I guess maybe some people can put the music aside, but I also understand that a lot of these artists are really young and they're just really immature, for lack of a better way to put it. So I feel bad for somebody like him, where you're hearing this and you're just like, so what does that mean for me? You know what I mean? Granted, he is giving these people a platform, but that's not a very fun position to be in, I could imagine.
After the 6-shot remedies, beef fake dead man season and pepper it. Got those long like an elephant's blowing a pack that the cat does heroin. Gave my main cat a test of the budge, they held him good. He said it's impressive, and he whacked at the man them caught. The spin of the dots, we could have to test them if it weren't.
I don't know them by name, but just by voice, I feel like I've liked his consistency in his flow the most. And like his conviction, the way that he delivers everything.
He said it's impressive, and he whacked at the man them caught. The spin of the dots, we could have to test them. If it weren't bro, it was me that pressed it. Fuck with a beat and you must have a death wish. Pump of the 9 couldn't make up my mind like I was trying to decide what to watch on Netflix. Done it my Rambo, done it my flicky, and even chop man down my shitty. Man don't run lean, man get on one knee and let that boo bang like Fecky. Bro got nick bitch, thought he was sick.
Boo bang bang.
Decide what to watch on Netflix. Done it my Rambo, done it my flicky, and even chop man down my shitty. Man don't run lean, man get on one knee and let that boo bang like Fecky. Bro got nick bitch, thought he was sick, cause he went to a yard to go bath in petty. 6 in the spin, man step with it, and I ain't going home till the whole thing's empty. The little things count, so I'll get little niggas down. Roll down the window, bow. How can you call him bro when you left your bro, got him down? We got the ops on roll, so you think niggas don't leave their house? Done it on foot, in cars, on pens, no watch that we step with.
I feel like those kinds of effects work like once per track. I feel like there's certain things you're going to just do once. I think like doing that kind of long, dragged out delay thing, it's like you literally just did that, you know? Kind of takes away from the value of it.
Niggas don't leave their house. Done it on foot, in cars, on pens, no watch that we step with shanks instead. Me and Cage just stashed that whap in the shed, man stay in the tea and trap for bread. Many men want me dead, when it rains it pours like 50 said. Slap tap, it just did.
This guy got son. He got the juice. He got the juice. I like his flow. He got the juice.
Want me dead, when it rains it pours like 50 cent.
Yeah, I like that reference.
It just missed his head that I slap myself cause he should be dead. Man thinks a game like P4. We got big wax, no rebars. Man, that's when I hear that Nino splashed up one, now need to get 3 more. They come to the B and D tour, cause they know that the man them mean more. Make shit get messy that D, you know. Where they at until I find them meme.
You know, sometimes I feel like, you know, the references to the football or soccer, if you're like from America where everybody's backwards, right? But the references to the players, like sometimes it can get kind of drawn out and kind of just like rinsed or whatever, but things can get messy like Leonard. Like that's a really clever way to tie in the names. I like it.
Man, that's when I hear that Nino splashed up one, now need to get 3 more. They come to the B and D tour, cause they know that the man them mean more. Make shit get messy that D, you know. Where they at until I find them Nemo. K got life, Philly got 50, man still rad. If you're 50, I need a Mac, I need a Mizzy, do it. Got man at Nino splashed up one, now need to get 3 more. They come to the B and D tour, cause they know that the man them mean more. Make shit get messy that D, you know. Where they at until I find them Nemo. K got life, Philly got 50, man still rad. If you're 50, I need a Mac, I need a Mizzy, do up your pro, get up your killie, couple of racks, all of some dingers, couple of racks, all of some pets, fuck off raps, fill it with lead, do it like Clipper and burn my crepes.
The like spaced out flows work really well for them. I can't exactly put my hand on why, but like those flows where it's like, I can only like display it like visually, but those flows just really work out for them really well. I don't know exactly why. Maybe it's like the way that they use their voice and the conviction in their voice, but usually I wouldn't really be too much of a fan of it, but they make it work.
I need a Mizzy, do up your pro, get up your killie, couple of racks, all of some dingers, couple of racks, all of some pets, fuck off raps, fill it with lead, do it like Clipper and burn my crepes.
Fumez, the engineer.
Yeah. He's like, thank God this is over. The composer's AT Beats, I'm assuming AT at Beats, one or the other. Shout outs to you. So on this channel we hold the vowels, that means we're gonna get straight into it, and this one gets an 8.5. What I like the most about the plugged in platform specifically is that it's one of those platforms where it's like the perfect middle ground for artists that you may have already heard, while also introducing you to new artists too. When I think about a platform like, for example, Blackbox or Next Up, those are the kinds of platforms where you're expecting to see artists you don't know yet. And that's why they're on there, because they're next up, you know what I mean? So it's like on one hand, you're getting artists like Fizzler, Nino, and B, who people may know, in juxtaposition like artists like A92, BSIDE, Active Gang, who some people may be getting introduced to through these platforms. Whenever you see these newer artists, and also keeping in mind that this platform is tied into artists you may already know, you can trust that they're going to be bringing the heat at a certain level, and that's exactly what happened here with BSIDE. Now starting from the top, the flows are definitely a highlight for this particular freestyle. There were some moments where people's flows were to me, but also at the same time I also wouldn't doubt that these are some really young artists in general, so I wouldn't really expect them to have their perfect airtight flows all the time regardless. However, the moments that were hitting, and that's the main reason why I'm giving this one a 9 for the flows. And because you have this many people going through this rotation, you get a very solid understanding of who's who in terms of their style and what you can expect next time they come back around to the mic. Now the beat for this one was honestly gonna sit at a calm 8, but then because it had that one moment where it got really skippy, but also those moments where the beat just went completely silent and it gave you an opportunity to hear their flows on it, that to me was the main reason why I'm giving this one an 8.5. But other than that, nothing about this beat really imprinted itself into my mind for me to really feel like it's a 9 or above. And that also ties into the lyricism a little bit too. One of the things that I do appreciate about BSIDE is the fact that they took those almost half comical yet still very rude approaches to their lyricism. As I'm talking about this one after having heard it only one time, I remember the bars like the big dog and puppy and Lionel Messi and all those things. Those are the kind of things that are just really unique in the way that they chose to deliver it, and that's the main reason why I'm giving this one an 8.5 instead of just an 8. However, I will say that besides those kind of elements, there really wasn't anything else that was very specific to them that I could really pinpoint just based off of this plugged in. At the end of the day, with drill being the genre that it is, there are certain things that people are expecting from it, and also at the end of the day, there's also certain things that people just know how to talk about based on their experiences and based on what they listen to. So given the assumption that these guys aren't like super duper seasoned veterans in music and all of that, they're gonna stick to that drill template in terms of what they're talking about, how they talk about it, and all of that. And really and truly, it's that in combination with the fact that the beat on this one isn't really super duper outstanding that gives this one its lowest score for replay value. There really isn't too much that they gave in this one that I can't get out of artists that I already like, and on top of that, like I said, this beat didn't really give me anything that I can't already get out of other beats and then some. But nonetheless, there weren't really any moments that made me cringe and be like, like I don't really care to hear that again or whatever. So that's the reason why this one isn't falling towards that 7 range. But y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, and do let me know where BSIDE is from, because again, this is my first time hearing them. I don't really know anything about them. And of course, hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more of those coming for y'all, but until next time, peace.